This Warriors offseason has been absolutely wild, and it just keeps getting messier. We've got updates flying in from every direction. From Al Horford's free agency saga to a potential Bradley Beal buyout, and even more twists in that monstrous 17-team trade involving Kevin Durant. I know a lot of people are trying to make sense of it all, so let's slow it down and really break it all down piece by piece. Starting with Al Horford, the man has been in Golden State's crosshairs for weeks now. Rumors first surfaced that it was practically a done deal. Then suddenly retirement was on the table. And now we've got the Denver Nuggets crashing the party. Yeah, the Nuggets out of nowhere. So here's the rundown. Denver pulled off a trade with the Sacramento Kings that brought them Jonas Valanciunas. But just as they were settling into the idea of him anchoring their front court, Valanciunas reportedly got a massive offer to go play in Greece. We're talking a multi-year bag from Panathinaikos, a real threat that could pull him out of the NBA altogether, and if that happens, Denver suddenly becomes a major player for Horford's services. That's where things get sticky for the Warriors. Golden State doesn't have as much flexibility as Denver. The Nuggets can offer more money through the full non-taxpayer mid-level exception, which the Warriors can't match. But despite all this, insiders like Mark Stein have continued to say the same thing. Horford is still most likely to end up in the Bay Area. Now, that doesn't mean it's a lock. Nothing is locked in this chaotic offseason. According to new reports, the Nuggets are trying everything they can to keep Valanciunas in the NBA. They don't want to lose him to Greece, and if they succeed, that might just knock them out of the Horford sweepstakes completely. In fact, Shams Charania has reported that Denver fully expects Valanciunas to honor his contract. So yeah, if that plays out, it clears the lane for Golden State to go all in on Horford without competition from Denver. But there's more. A recent piece from the San Francisco Chronicle confirmed that Horford is still a primary target for Golden State. However, sources close to the situation are saying don't expect a decision right away. It might not even happen this weekend. As of now, it's all just a waiting game. The NBA moratorium just lifted and a ton of deals were announced immediately, but not this one, not yet. And that's made the fan base super antsy, especially after that one fake tweet started making the rounds on social media claiming Horford had already signed a 2-year deal with the Warriors worth $12 million. Total fabrication. That tweet was from a fake insider account designed to mimic Jake Fisher, a legit NBA reporter. So if you saw that, breathe, it's not real. Always double check those sources, especially during free agency. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but misinformation spreads fast. That's why we keep things tight here. Make sure everything we talk about is based on solid reporting. And speaking of solid sources, let's move on to the latest buzz surrounding Bradley Beal. This is another one that could seriously shake up Golden State's plans. So here's what we know. John Gambadoro, who has been covering the Phoenix Suns for 3 decades and is one of the most respected voices on that team, has been consistent in saying that the Suns are heading toward a buyout with Beal. And now it seems we're getting closer to that becoming a reality. Gambadoro tweeted that we should expect clarity within the next 24 to 48 hours. That's a major development. Beal is on a nightmare contract. $55 million per year with 2 seasons left. It's one of the worst in the league right now. If the Suns buy him out, they're likely doing it to duck under the second tax apron. And we're talking about a potential buyout in the ballpark of $80 to $90 million. That would make Beal a free agent. Another option Phoenix is considering is the waive and stretch method, similar to what the Bucks did with Damian Lillard. Either way, Beal could soon be on the market, and the Warriors are rumored to be one of the interested teams. Now let's pump the brakes for a second. There's been a lot of noise about Beal and the Warriors. A lot of that noise is being recycled from older rumors, and despite what some of the bigger publications are saying, there's no new direct quote from Gambadoro confirming renewed interest from Golden State. That said, the fit is intriguing. If the Warriors could land Beal on a veteran minimum, that would be a steal. Adding a dynamic scorer to a team that already has firepower but needs that extra punch, especially with Klay Thompson gone. But again, we wait. Now, let's talk about this massive 17-team Kevin Durant trade that finally got finalized. This thing was in the works for weeks. And because of all the moving parts and cap implications, it couldn't officially go through until the moratorium was lifted. Once that happened, the floodgates opened and we finally got all the details. But here's the funny part. No one can figure out exactly what the Warriors got out of it. ESPN Shams, everyone was reporting slightly different versions of the Shea deal. A ton of names got moved. Phoenix picked up guys like Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and a handful of other pieces. A couple draft picks from Golden State were involved too. Specifically, the Warriors gave up the number 41 pick in the 2025 draft, which Phoenix used to take Kobe Bryant. In return, Golden State got the rights to Alex Tuhey, an Australian forward they took at pick 52 after a draft night trade. But then there was this confusing bit about another player, Tennessee guard Jermaine Mashack, being part of the haul. Turns out that was a misunderstanding. Mashack isn't coming to the Warriors. He's being rerouted to Memphis as part of a different draft night swap. NBC Bay Area cleared that up. Shout out to them for cutting through the noise. So what did the Warriors actually get? Alex Tuhey and Will Richard. Richard came from Memphis in exchange for the draft rights to Mashack and a couple other minor assets, including the rights to Justinian Jessup, a former draft pick from 2020. Both Tuhey and Richard are already playing in Summer League, by the way. That was a big point of confusion too. Some folks weren't sure if they were going to suit up, especially Richard, since the paperwork was still being finalized. But they're on the court now, and if you're a diehard Warriors fan, you're probably keeping a close eye on their performance. Now, let's circle back to the center position, because this is where things get really shaky. With Kevon Looney officially signing with the Pelicans, the Warriors are left dangerously thin up front. Looney's goodbye was heartfelt. He penned a piece in the Players Tribune that really hit home for a lot of fans. 10 years, 3 championships. One of the most reliable and selfless players the franchise has ever had. And yet, according to Looney, the Warriors didn't even offer him a deal. Not even the veteran minimum. That stings. He made it clear in his farewell that he was always willing to stay if the money was close. But this time, that offer never came. Golden State simply wanted to move in a different direction. So here we are. The Warriors might be going into next season with a center rotation of Quinton Post and Trace Jackson Davis, not exactly championship depth. That's why the Horford pursuit feels so crucial right now. He's not just a name. He's the difference between having a stable veteran presence in the paint versus rolling the dice on youth and hope. And until something concrete happens with Horford, Beal, or another move that's clearly on the horizon, it's hard to feel settled about this roster. So where does that leave the Warriors right now? Honestly, in a bit of limbo. This offseason has been a strange mix of calculated silence and unexpected chaos. We're seeing the front office play the long game, waiting on key dominoes like Horford and Beal, but at the same time, the market is moving rapidly around them. Other teams are locking in talent, making aggressive trades, or signing role players that could make a real impact. And yet the Warriors seem to be stuck in neutral. Mike Dunleavy Jr. keeps insisting that moves are coming, but the fan base is restless. Understandably so. Golden State fans are used to boldness. They're used to certainty. And right now, there's none of that. When you take a step back and look at the roster as it stands, it's clear that the identity of this team is in transition. Steph Curry is still the face of the franchise, still capable of elite-level basketball, but the core that once surrounded him is now gone or breaking apart. Klay Thompson left for Dallas. Draymond Green's future feels shakier than ever. And the youth movement that was supposed to bridge the gap, guys like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Trace Jackson Davis, is still a work in progress. There's no doubt that this team needs reinforcements. They need veterans who know how to win. And they need clarity on who's staying and who's potentially on the trade block. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the basketball world, rumors are swirling that DOMANTAS Sabonis, one of the most dominant big men in the NBA, is set to sign a 4-year contract with the Golden State Warriors. This potential blockbuster deal could reshape the landscape of the Western Conference and ignite a frenzy among fans and analysts alike. Sabonis, known for his exceptional skills both on offense and defense, has been a consistent force in the league, showcasing a rare combination of scoring, rebounding, and playmaking from the center and power forward positions. His ability to stretch the floor, facilitate the offense, and crash the boards makes him an invaluable asset for any team, aiming for a championship run. The prospect of him joining the Warriors, a franchise renowned for its championship pedigree and revolutionary style of play, is already stirring conversations about how this union might elevate Golden State's title chances to new heights. The Warriors, fresh off several deep playoff runs, have been on the lookout for a versatile frontcourt player who can complement their dynamic backcourt stars and provide sturdiness in the paint. Sabonis fits that bill perfectly. His basketball IQ, combined with his physicality and skill set, could mesh well with the Warriors' fast-paced three-point heavy offense. Moreover, Sabonis' ability to make plays for others could relieve some of the creative burden on stars like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, potentially making the team even more dangerous on both ends of the floor. Speculation suggests that this deal, if confirmed, would be one of the more surprising free agent signings in recent NBA history. Sabonis' departure from his previous team marks a significant shift, considering his integral role and consistent performance over the years. While some insiders hint at the financial aspects and salary cap implications that the Warriors are navigating to accommodate this signing, others emphasize the strategic importance of acquiring a player of Sabonis' caliber. Fans across the nation are already buzzing with excitement and speculation. Social media platforms are flooded with discussions, memes, and debates about how Sabonis might impact Golden State's roster and playoff prospects. Analysts are busy breaking down his fit alongside the Warriors' existing pieces, pondering how head coach Steve Kerr might deploy him in various lineups to maximize his strengths and cover any potential weaknesses. Though nothing is officially confirmed yet, the possibility of DOMANTAS Sabonis donning the Warriors' colors presents a tantalizing scenario. It could mark the beginning of a new chapter for both the player and the franchise, one filled with high expectations and the promise of thrilling basketball. As this rumor continues to develop, all eyes will be on the Warriors' front office and Sabonis himself to see if this potential blockbuster deal will become a reality. Until then, the basketball world remains abuzz with anticipation, eagerly awaiting the next move in this unfolding story. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.